Everyone. I hope you guys are doing great. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is for Sagittariuses. If you have a Sagittarius moon or a Sagittarius ascendant, this is how Rahu and Ketu's transit is going to work for you. Before we move ahead, please subscribe my channel if you haven't. Also, hit the bell icon below so that you get regular updates. Also, I'm going to mention the link for the three introductory videos about Rahu's transit in Aquarius, Ketu's transit in Leo, and the Muhurta chart for the Rahu Ketu transit. You can watch that first and then come back to this video so as to get better detail about how this transit is going to affect you. Also, if you would like to have your personal readings from me, you can check out the link in the description box, www.anmollastrology.com. Under the reading and unique reading section, you can book a personal reading for yourself. Okay, so let's get started for Sagittariuses. Let me first tell you, first look for your moon sign and then the ascendant sign. Yes, it is reversed when it is in the case of Rahu and Ketu, because Rahu and Ketu are north and south nodes of the moon. That's why you have to see them first from the moon, then from the ascendant. It's not that it is just going to work from the moon, but it's that it is going to work from the moon first and then from the ascendant. The weightage is a slightly higher in case of the Chandra chart. Okay, and trust me, this is the most important video you would see in this year. It's not even Jupiter's video, it's not even Saturn's video. This is the video and this is the transit. Once you understand this transit, trust me, you're going to know everything. You're going to understand what you have to do for 18 months. Because this is the karmic loop. Rahu Ketu, they are the most karmic planets. They are considered as the asuras. Wherever they come, they are going to start a karmic loop for you. For those 18 months in the transit, you are going to feel stuck, or you're going to feel that you are going to operate in between those two houses only. It's just those two houses that are going to be activated highly as a part of your daily life. Okay, Jupiter is going to give its effect over a period of 1 year. Saturn is going to give its effect over a period of 2.5 years. But Rahu Ketu are going to be activated for 18 months, but they are going to give their effect every day to you. That's why this is extremely important. So for a Sagittarius individual, the transit is coming into the third and ninth axis. Whenever the third and the ninth axis gets activated, it's all about knowledge, information. It's all about communication, publishing, higher knowledge, kindergarten, not kindergarten specifically, but knowledge about slightest things, knowledge about from gossips to talking about something very productive, something very philosophical. It's all into that, right? I just want to quickly go over the chart so that I explain you better. Okay. Right. Oh, I think, no, this is yesterday's video. We just started here. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, so here I have my whiteboard. Okay. So we are going to talk about Sagittariuses today. It is third from your zodiac sign, Rahu, and Ketu is ninth from your zodiac sign. Okay. So now, third house is the house of your communication. It is the house of your skills, house of marketing, house of your courage, efforts, younger sibling, or we sometimes have friends we consider as sibling, so close friends, neighbors, right? This is the house of your either skills, and it is also about technology. Okay, so when Rahu comes in the third house, and especially when it is coming in the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius is a sign which talks about your desires. It talks about what do you desire? How do you want to be recognized? So Rahu coming it is going to give you the bhog of the sign of Aquarius in the third house. It is going to make you do efforts you know, towards fulfilling your desires. But Rahu's positive point is that Rahu coming into the third house in the sign of Aquarius means that now you might not have to be as hardworking as you would have been in the previous time. This is your time. Just one second, there is something. Okay. Yeah, so I just recently updated my MacBook. So I don't know, there are new things that I can see on the screen, which I didn't know about. So I was getting a little confused there. Right. So see, third house theme, Rahu, innovation, new updates, and everything, right? So in third house, whenever you have planets like suppose Saturn, Jupiter, you have to work hard. You have to put in your efforts, and then only you are reciprocated with equal appreciation. And that too takes a lot of time. When Rahu comes into the third house, it's like you are just showing that you're putting efforts and you're being recognized for that. So it, in a way, is a positive placement when it comes to the third house. It's like you do the smart work rather than the hard work. And that's what Rahu is going to do for your 18 months. It is also the house of communication, the skills. So you would look for different innovative areas so as to enhance your skills in communication. It can disrupt, or it can, bring in some transformation in your relationship with your younger sibling and your close friends. Although you're going to connect with a lot of people, you're going to communicate with a lot of people on a mass level. That is the reason why you'll be so occupied into the friend circle or into the communications that you would somehow do not, you will just miss the opportunity to communicate with your close friends and with your younger sibling. Because of that, there can be some sort of distance that it might create. That's the part of transformation here. So wherever Rahu goes, it doesn't detach you from that house. It rather does not even obsess you totally towards that house. It brings in slight problems, small problems, petty, complications on pettiest things and stuff like that. But generally, this is the time for you to transform. This is the time for you to evolve. When it's about your communication, it's about your skills. Now you're going to use the innovative or advanced means of marketing, advanced means of communication, and also a way of enhancing your skills. You will have a mindset that I want to learn more and more. I just want to learn more and more and get more skilled with my skills. That is the scenario that you would want to do. Third house is also the house of travel, although it is short distance travel. But this is one of the houses which has to be activated so as to initiate any travel, whether it is short, whether it is long distance. It just simply shows that is going to be travel. Now, the Sagittariuses who are into job situations, this might not be the best time, because Rahu, when comes into the third house, it gives you complications with your job. It's like you desire a better job. You're going to either start looking for it, or you'll be forced by the circumstances to look for it. Also, this Rahu is actually promising with innovation within your workspace, whether it is job, whether it is a business. But this Rahu plus first creates problems so that you are initiated into that process. Third house Rahu doesn't let you stay on one job. Even the second house Rahu, second transit of Rahu also, it doesn't give you a very healthy environment within your workspace, or it's like you're not being satisfied. You're dissatisfied with the kind of a kind of money you are getting, kind of recognition you are getting. So you start looking for something more. You would start looking for something which is going to feed your soul in respect of the job scenario or the work environment. And third house is the higher self of the eighth house. It's the deeper self of the eighth house. That's why Rahu in the third house is also going to make you dive into occult. But since this is the sign of Aquarius, it wants you to scientifically connect with your information. It wants you to scientifically connect with your knowledge. Just be careful of your social presence. You don't want to get viral for wrong reasons. That is something you need to take care of, because Rahu is explosion, right? It suddenly explodes. So it can suddenly explode your fame on the social media, but it can also make you viral if your Saturn is not well placed. So that's why these are the certain things you need to take care of. Rahu in the third house will also give you very manipulative communication, or you can understand it this way, that now for 18 months, whatsoever comes into your life, either it is as a part of your career, or it is as a part of your personal life, you will have to evolve through communication. You will have to be manipulative with your communication. It will require to do so. But third house is also about learning something from scratch. So when Rahu comes here, you will also get the opportunity. Since you are a Sagittarius, you are always hungry for knowledge. This is the time for you to learn something from the scratch. Okay. So that's about the third house placement of Rahu. Now let's go to the Ketu. Now, Ketu being in the ninth house, this is an important transit for you for your spiritual transformation. Do you know Rahu in the third house, why it is called as a planet which just gets knowledge, which is hungry for knowledge and information? That is because, and it's not just the bookish knowledge, it is also the knowledge of life. It is also the wisdom of life. In the ninth house, Ketu also creates wisdom. It will give you higher lessons, even the harshest of lessons. That's why Rahu's placement is compensated with its result. So Ketu coming into the ninth house is like this, first of all, detaches you from the it detaches you from the idea of guru, gurus, and spirituality, so as to attach you deeply towards the end. Because Rahu is in the third house. It's all about the materialistic self. It's all about trying different things, doing n different things at one time. But ninth house and then Ketu coming over it, it's like that first, it lets you to obsess towards Rahu, right? Then at the end, then it detaches you from the ninth house, and then it reattaches you towards the ninth house, that is spirituality. So first, it's like back and forth situation which happens here. So with Ketu in the ninth house, you will start acknowledging within yourself that what actions I'm taking, what I'm fighting for, is it worth fighting for? Is it all right? Is it my place to speak up? Is it my place to fight for it? Since Ketu is there in the sign of Leo, it means it wants you to go way deep into your decision making. It wants you to go to that side of your mind which is responsible for your decision making and reanalyze what you are doing, how you are doing, and is it all right? That's what this Ketu does. This Ketu, especially in the ninth house, also challenges your ego, challenges your self-esteem. So that's why it's your time to build your spirituality by building a strong foundation with your stand, with your confidence, and with your decisions. It can detach you from your father, from your gurus, so as to go on this journey, right? But if your sun is well placed, you will get the support from a guru or from your father. But initially, this means that this is your journey to walk alone. This is your journey to understand what is the higher lesson for you. And this you're going to understand because of the obsession that is being created in the third house. Okay, this can also make you go into research about mythological knowledge. This is the greatest placement. Why? Because it is the ninth house, the natural domain of higher knowledge, and then Leo is there, the natural significator of mythology. So this indeed is a time where you get your lessons, and even see, there is one thing I would address here. This is the house of authority, and this is the house of responsibility. You will require to take care of your responsibilities with selflessness. You don't have to be selfish about it. The more selfless you are with your responsibilities, the more fortune is going to come in. I remember hearing a reel yesterday. Why this chair is not moving? I was, watching a reel yesterday about Ketu. Whenever Ketu goes, it just gives you what you want, you know. You don't feel the desire for it, but if you just feel it for just you're like, okay, this is the problem which is happening. Okay, I need a car so as to commute. A car is not a necessity. I can even manage with the metro or the public transport, but I wish I could have a car. This Ketu is going to give you a car, specifically if it is in the fourth house. So when it is in the ninth house, you're not asking the universe to give you fortune. You're not asking the universe to make you lucky, but the universe will eventually do that. It's like your luck is following. You're like God's child when Ketu is in the ninth house, right? So Ketu coming here, just forget about everything. Just forget and fulfill all your responsibilities, not thinking of anything to get in return. And trust me, you're going to get everything. You're going to get all the luck, all the fortune. Okay, now let's quickly talk about the aspects. So the fifth aspect of Rahu is going to be on the seventh house over the transit Jupiter, and the ninth aspect of Rahu is going to be on the 11th house, right? So the fifth aspect of Rahu in the seventh house means that you are going to learn from your interactions with other people. You're definitely going to connect with a lot of people. This is a pure time for fame. Whatsoever you do, either you are a manager, or you are a CEO, you are employee, you have just started with your work, you're anything, but you are going to be recognized for your work. You're going to connect with a lot of people. You're going to go into networking, and you are going to get your knowledge by interacting with people. You're going to get the slightest amount of, like, the very small amount of knowledge. Not small, I would wanted to say. Like, for example, I wanted to address like kindergarten knowledge. That's a very initial knowledge. The initial knowledge you are going to get through your interactions with other people. And definitely, this is something that is going to add on to your innovations. You will see that you suddenly, start interacting with very communicative people and also very innovatively skillful individuals, which are going to help you with your work. Okay. So the fifth aspect of Rahu also gives you the karma of your good deeds. Every fifth aspect is the Purva Punya Bhava. Right. So even the Rahu's fifth aspect is also going to work that way. It's just the way of operation is going to be way different than what the orthodox setup of the Purva Punya Bhava is. Okay. So fifth aspect of Rahu, your creativity, your ideas, everything is going to come from seventh house, from other people, and also by attending local social events, like, for example, going to a trade fair, going to a trade fair trade fair, going to expos, going and connecting with new people, talking to them, learning about new stuff, learning about business opportunities. That is what it is showing. Now, the ninth aspect is going to be here on the 11th house. You will naturally expand this area. See, it is all about networking for you. It is all about you fulfilling your desires. Whatsoever desires you have had and whatsoever desires you wanted to accomplish, you are going to accomplish it now. Right, so ninth aspect on the 11th house, it is going to expand your social circle. It is going to expand your opportunities, your criterias, everything, even your recognition, your fulfillment of your desires as well. This is a very, very good time for manifestations. This also means that you will follow a very unconventional, unorthodox approach towards the 11th house, towards balancing your social circle, balancing your gains, your recognitions, and your work. Okay. So that's about it. Now the fifth and the ninth aspect of of Ketu. So fifth aspect is in your ascendant. This will involve you into research. This will detach you from uh from the power of me, myself, I. Right? Ketu wants you to detach from yourself, like from your body in a way. It wants you to attach soul, to your soul purpose. Many of you will be doing what you are meant to do. What is your soul purpose? You shall be doing that. Okay? So fifth aspect of Ketu is going to make you learn from whole of this process. All of this process is going to make you learn. And you will feel fortunate. The Purva Punya Bhava, PPB. Okay. The ninth aspect goes here in the fifth house. Any wrong romantic connections you are going to detach from. You are going to detach from meaningless connections. You're going to detach from, you know, selfness. Okay. That is the area you would detach. And on the other hand, you would get your higher learning or your lessons from your decision making ability. This is not the best time to invest into shares, but this is a good time to keep your investments at the way they are. Do not make any significant changes into them. So the ninth aspect, sorry, I wrote fifth here. The ninth aspect of Ketu is going to give you lessons from your children and from your romantic encounters. Okay? Now, quickly, let's go over planets. So, first we have Sun. So, if Sun is in the third house, that turns to be the Lord of the ninth house. Coming into the third house, Rahu is basically this is not the good placement. Let me tell you, it is going to give you amplification of your anger, your aggression. You will be taking certain actions in out of anger, which are not going to be well appreciated. Rahu eclipses sun. It creates a dag on the sun, a black dot on the sun. So that's why it can demean you, it can defame you within your local society or over social media. So be very careful with your explosive anger and explosive egocentric behavior, egotistical, something like that. Okay, behavior. So it's just that you need to bow down, you need to be as humble as you can. Only thing it is going to work well is when it is about putting up your flagship or your domain, when it's about marketing, it's about selling something, it's about acknowledging people about your information, your knowledge. Okay, then sun, it can also give you issues with your younger sibling in terms of your like ego or being overly prideful, and it can also give you issues with your father, your neighbors, and especially your siblings. Then, if Ketu is in the ninth house and Sun is in the ninth house and Ketu is coming over it, it detaches you from your father. It can give health issues to your father, and it creates problems, with your rigidity, with your stand, with your firmness. So it first makes you doubt that. It makes you doubt your self-esteem. It makes you doubt your independence. And then it makes you transform that. It is going to transform your personality big time. It is going to transform your belief system, your ideas, everything. So it's a part of major transformation, which is going to lead because of your ego and your actions, which are triggered by your ego or aggression. Next, we have moon. So, moon here is your eighth lord. Suppose it is in your third house. So, this is a house where your moon is very fearful. Your moon gets fearful very easily. Your moon is not at the right place. You assume a lot. Rahu coming over it, it is going to bring in a 360 change within you and your emotional connection. How you connect with people emotionally, how you connect with the with you connect with information, how you understand information, how you understand or learn something. That is the third house. So Rahu coming over moon, it can give you panic attacks, it can give you anxiety, it can give you depression, because you are diving way too deep into the technicalities and into introvert behavior. You need to go out, you need to connect with people, but do not be scared. Have some confidence. This is the topic of your confidence right now. Okay, but your emotions are going to be all over the place, and there can be shift of residence also for you, or shift of job for you. Now, if moon is in the ninth house and then Ketu comes over it, this is your time to detach from the materialistic side of world. It is your time to, gain your responsibilities, fulfill your responsibilities. This is your time to, act as a mother and father both to someone. It can be your younger siblings, or it can be someone, even it can be your spouse. Okay, so eighth lord is coming into your ninth house, and then Ketu is coming over it. So it definitely brings in a major transformation because of losing someone in your life. It can even give some, it can even give some sort of rigidity and some sort of higher lessons. It strongly shows wisdom and higher lessons because of one's rigidity, because of one's lack of movement, one's fixation, because these are the fixed signs. Okay, so next we have Jupiter. So with Jupiter, Jupiter is your ascendant and your fourth lord. And if it is in the third house and Rahu is coming over it, definitely this calls for travel. You're going to travel either for studies or for your job, but this can prove to be very transformative time, transformative yet growing time, time for growth, time for you enhancing your skills, enhancing your innovations. That is what it is about. It will make you learn, make people learn innovation, will make people learn in a very different manner. You will help people with your information, with your learnings, and with your expertise, with your skills. Okay, just be careful with your interactions with your younger sibling. They, it can be like too burdening for them because of your your heaviness, because Jupiter is a heavy planet, right? And then Rahu, when comes over it, it expands and explodes at the same time with the Jupiter's energy. So it can be considered as positive for one's career, one's fame, one's independence, but it can be also negative with their personal relationships. Now, Jupiter being your first and fourth lord going into the ninth house, and then Ketu coming over it and activating it, this means that again, it can make you travel. It can make you go to a very far distant land. It could be overseas, or it could be, you have to see the Mahadasha for that. Okay, I just forgot to write Scorpio here. Yeah. Okay, so Jupiter, Ketu coming over Jupiter can detach you from the idea of someone. There can be a feeling of loss of someone in life. Or it could, since it is going to make you travel at a distance, you will feel homesick. You will feel that, oh, where is my family? I'm not able to fulfill all my responsibilities towards my family. You'll feel dissatisfied with the amount of hard working you're putting in with your responsibilities. This is the time for you to gain wisdom, gain higher learnings, get your life lessons, the lessons and experiences that you're going to remember for life. This also activates your spiritual transformation, your transformation, not just which is in your spirituality, but also which will be very much visible in your physical self. Okay, so for example, if you have been a person who has a bit of weight, this is the time when you're going to lose that weight, or you're going to gain that weight. So this is kind of a transformation with the appearance also you're going to experience. Okay, now next we have Venus. So if you have Venus being your sixth and your 11th lord in the third house, this works extremely well with opportunities in career. So Rahu coming over it, you definitely are going to get great opportunities of promotion, job change, but it's more of job promotion, right? Even if you change your job, it is going to give you something better than the previous one was giving. This is a time you are going to be involved in work, you're working all the time, you're being a diplomat, you're diplomatically handling all the technical work and all the creative work. This is the time best for your marketing skills, and also enhancing your creative skills. This is a good time for money and also for spending money on travel. You would just want to travel or to a foreign land, and you would want to experience a foreign culture. This also can mean that you would encounter your spouse or have a romantic relationship with a foreigner, or a foreign or a person with foreign culture. Okay. And it also talks about, creative writing, either doing the calligraphy or doing the drawing, painting, and stuff like this. Also, nowadays we have painting available on the laptops or tabs, right? So that is also there. Now, if Venus, being your sixth and your 11th lord, is in the ninth house, then Ketu comes over it. Again, this is also one of the good placements, but one thing you would see is that this calls for major, major transformation and heartbreak from your social circle, your friends, or your love partner. Because Ketu coming over Venus is like you transform the way you love, the way you connect in relationships. See, Rahu coming over Venus can bless you with a relationship. Ketu coming over Venus can also give you marriage. But it's like with Ketu coming over Venus, you'll be very normal about it. You will be like, okay, this is happening. Okay, let's go ahead with it. With Rahu coming over Venus, you'll be like, I need to achieve it. I need to achieve this relationship. I need to achieve this marriage. So both of them can actually initiate either relationships or marriage. But along with that, when Ketu comes over Venus, it is also going to give you the heartbreak situation. It is also going to give you a situation where you will feel the tears. The tears will come down your face. This could also mean that, a sense of detachment from the father, a sense of detachment of the idea of mentorship. Okay, so Venus over Ketu, it's a very, very experiencing time. It's a time which is going to change you forever, especially towards spirituality, towards the understanding of this higher self. This could even be a little destructive with your family and family relationships. So that is also something you need to take care of. This can detach you from your relatives, from your colleagues, and it's like that you are like you're going to be more reactive, more aggressively reacting during this transit, right? Rather than understanding the situation. So it is advised that you must understand the situation rather than reacting upon it. Okay. Next we have Mars. So Mars is the lord of your fifth house and the 12th house. If it comes into the third house, and Rahu comes over it, you would meet someone through social media as a love encounter. This person can be at a distance, but you are going to fight for them. You're going to fight to get married to them. So that is your passion towards this. This could also give you opportunities of traveling to overseas, or overseas opportunities for your work, for most of all technical roles and managerial roles. Okay, but this Mars in the third house is beautiful placement. It gives you immense courage to deal with things. It gives you very much technical mind and technological interest into technologies, communications, marketing. And then Rahu coming over it, it is going to innovate it. It is going to, give the blast of innovation into it. Okay, so that is also there. But whenever Rahu comes over Mars, it corrupts the energy of Mars. It corrupts the provisionness of Mars. It becomes like You want to provide, but you show that you are providing, but rather you also have your own agendas with it. Now, if Mars being the fifth lord, okay, this can also initiate the birth of a child. It can also initiate actually not pregnancy. I would say it could initiate the birth. The pregnancy might have been done, but now the birth is going of the child is going to come ahead. Mars being the fifth lord and the 12th lord coming into the ninth house again. This could also make you learn about your skills, about your interests, about your passion, hobbies from someone at a distance. You will find a guru who is living at a distance, so there is definitely that distance with the guru. But you will learn, you will research a lot about it. This is not the best time to invest into shares. It's like earning results from already made investments, but not the new ones. Fifth and the 12th lord coming into the ninth house is also very fruitful for a person to, it's fruitful for a person to get higher knowledge and to give and to have a romantic relationship at a distance, but it is most of all online, long distance relationship. And then when Ketu is coming over it, it is going to become frustrating now. It is, you are going to be like that, now I need to, understand these things. The Ketu is basically going to detach you from that relationship. Now, long distance is going to affect you a lot. So this might affect you. So it's either studies or it's a long distance relationship with you for you, which is going to get affected because of this Ketu's transit. Now, next we have Mercury. So for Mercury, Mercury is your seventh and your 10th lord. If it is in the third house, it could activate your seventh house. So most of all, when Rahu comes over Mercury, it activates a business opportunity for an individual or a partnership business, or even your marriage, even your relationship, partnership with your married partner. But this definitely activates anxiety. It gives panic attacks, anxiety, and overthinking to an individual. This also can make you lie at several events, at just in order to save someone else or maybe save yourself from the problem. This is a bit of corrupt communication, corrupt manipulation, right? And since the seventh and 10th lord is there, there can be significant changes within your career, but this could also call for promotion. This could also call for good changes within the designation, within your designation with your job or with your work. Okay. So if Mercury also, when Mercury, Rahu comes over Mercury, you are too involved in technology, you're too involved in communication devices. So you need to relax, you need to stop overthinking. And now, if Mercury is in the ninth house, so your seventh and your 10th lord are in the ninth house. So this transforms the way you communicate, the way you think, the way you intellectually make a decision. This is going to definitely transform that big time. So for people with Mercury in the sign of Leo have huge reactions, they have huge way of expression. Now, this Ketu is going to give them karma with their huge reactions and huge communication and their uh, bluntness with communication. That's why you are going to transform the way you speak, the way you connect with people. Also, this can detach you from your partner for some reason. Either it is physical detachment or it is detachment from the heart space. So that is also something is there, or your partner is going to become quite serious in their life during this time. Okay. Now, next we have Saturn. So, with Saturn being the second and the third lord, being in the third house, Rahu is coming over it. This is, of course, a very innovative placement with your work and with your marketing skills. Although it will make you rebel towards all the close people that you have, it is like, sorry, it is like a time period where you just want to do what you feel is right and you want to rebel everyone at the point someone wants to put you down or someone wants to control you. That is the point when you are going to lose that control. You're going to be like, I don't want to be controlled. That is the situation there. But Rahu coming over the Lord of the second and the third house, it can give you huge expenditures for which you or even have to exhaust your savings. So be very careful of where you are putting your savings and try to put your savings into something fixed so that they are not going to go anywhere. Otherwise, whenever there is a need, you might just spend those savings away. Okay. Now, if Saturn is in the ninth house in the sign of Leo, so this is not a very good placement for an individual and definitely not a very good relationship with the father. Ketu coming over it, this calls for detachment from the toxicity of the father. It's like now you're going to stand up for yourself and you're like, enough is enough. I don't care. I'm going to take the appropriate action to get you out of here, get myself out of this thing and heal oneself. Heal myself. At the other end, this could even call for a break within your career. So there can be either a career break because of something happening in either in the family or happenings, within your personal self. So you would want to take a break from your career for that time. Okay. So next we have Rahu and Ketu. So see, when Rahu and Ketu come over Rahu and Ketu, so if suppose you have Rahu in third house and Ketu in ninth house, and then transit Rahu comes over Rahu, transit Ketu comes over Ketu. So this situation of your back and forth or your tug of war, your loop that happens to be in between, communication, technology, um, settling down things, marketing, acting as a mediator, everything. Then Ketu in the ninth house, being fixed on your approach, being moralful, being aggressive, being initiator, being, reactor. All of these things, and also to spiritually transform. All of these are things are going to activate for those 18 months. So whatsoever I have told in the beginning, it's just these things are going to be amplified and activated. And now you're going to experience all of it in the coming 18 months. Okay. Now, if we do reverse of it, if we take Ketu in the third house and Rahu in the ninth house, it's a very reversed situation. It's like Rahu Ketu now wants you to see what is on the other side, right? So Rahu coming over Ketu in the third house will detach you from this idea, always being a mediator, talking and spreading information, looking for your self-interest into the desiring what you want, all of that. It is now going to detach you from that. It is going to give you karma related to that. On the other hand, now you're going to manipulate your own battles. You're going to manipulate your own belief system, your morals, and everything because of Ketu coming over Rahu in the ninth house. So sorry. I meant all of these things were the part of you, but now this Ketu wants you to get corrected. Now this Ketu wants you to understand that this is not something you must do. So it is going to give you the karma with your notorious self, with your bad actions, with your bad approach to your belief system, and then it is going to correct you. It is going to spiritually transform you. Okay, guys. So this was a long video. So this was all I had to give my insights for this Rahu Ketu's transit for Sagittarius. I hope this is helpful. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye. Take care.